Hello. Make sure I've got the window open in the right place. Yep, it's in the right place. Ugh. Right. I've not streamed for 2 days. My apologies. I have been somewhat under the weather. And then most of it seemed to have fallen on me. So, I need to remember what game I'm playing. I am playing Minecraft, not Rising Storm. I need to put those away. And I need to get cobblestone. And that might be enough. Sorry about the outside noise. It is unreasonably hot as well today. And I had work earlier, so again, sorry for the late. So, maths time. We are at 64 blocks. And the objective for minecart tracks is generally, along with all tracks really, is to be as flat as is possible. Hello, Talon. So we had 64 back there. We have 69 up here at the shallow point. This shallow point is 70. And this bit is flat all the way along at 74. So I need to go 10 blocks up as smoothly as is possible. The iron farm, obviously. So, first things first. Let's clear out the track bed, because I want to replace all of this with cobblestone, so it looks a little bit better than just having it running on grass. I was going to knock out these sides here, so there's a bit of flat ground around the sides. I've been into this for a while. It's just I've been putting it off due to, you know, apathy, all that jazz. Hello, Stone. Yes, again, my apologies for not streaming the last few days. I felt quite ill. Hopefully that should be better, but I've also got quite a bit of work in the next few days, so that's not going to help things either. Yay. I mean, I like my job, but it's just, you know, it's a lot of work in this heat. So... now, in theory, I could drop the height of this end, but it's already in a big cutting, so not really worth it. Cobbles blocks down. Now, if you're trying to scrimp a bit and save, use half blocks and just use upper slabs. But I should be okay, I would hope, for resources. Obviously, there's no specific way of making these, but I just have my preferences. So that is pretty much the level for most of this. So I'm just going to knock out the rails. I need to build some bridges for this. Did I drop any of those, or did they go into my inventory? Oops. Nope. There. That's the height I'm building at. So yeah, I guess I can have a bit of fun making some fancier bridges than usual. I don't have my donation bar. Well, I should. What's the other one? Okay, they should be up now. Hadn't noticed, to be honest. So we're going to clear these trees from the sides of the tracks. It's a bit of clearance, always just looks nicer, even if it's not actually required. So we have a bit of a, obviously, a riser there. No 3D printing noises at the moment, but I have a person who has gone, I'm interested in a few, and I really am distressed to find out how many a few is. I mean, it should pay nicely, but it's the work required, and to do it to a adequate level to satisfy people. So I'm going to use a series of embankments and bridges, most likely. Might be a bit of a shorter stream today. I'm having to cut down the time I take on some of these when I'm not in such good health, I'm afraid. And work, as I'm sure you've just heard, has a way of sneaking in. So the objective of this is going to be to attempt at least to be block neutral or even block positive. Well, I hope everyone's been having a pleasant weekend. I'd say mine was not so bad. I just a series of headaches and being really slow. Didn't think that would be good for, you know, streaming. I mean, I tried on one of the days. I think I got everything open, and then I just was like, no, this ain't it, Chief. This is not it. tree just... Yeah, one thing I try and avoid is having the sort of stone showing, as it looks untidy to have the edges showing. So this is going to have a little abutment wall. Rise again, just going to keep going flat. Might put a little bridge over here, I don't know. I think having too many embankments might just look a bit silly. So it's getting dark, so I'm probably going to run back to the iron farm, as it's, I think, nearer. At least I know I've got a bed there. So this is going to need a bridge. I'm just going to take out that bar of dirt underneath. Not sure if I should do like wooden trestle bridges, they might look quite cute, but maybe a stone one would be more suitable. Whee. There's this big open cave system that might get some filling in. Probably leave that as it is, to be honest. So now I have more cobblestone if I need it at the iron farm. So I'm working on what I refer to as the plank at the moment. That is just getting the basic structure down. I can then go from there. As I say, I'm going to try a series of little bridges, embankments, all the cute things. So what height is this? This is at 72. So I probably want to cut through that hill as best I can. It does also mean that I'll need to line this tunnel. Hope the sound and everything's okay. I still got it set up from playing Left 4 Dead with Ash and people on her channel. This might be a little quiet. So I'm going to need at least 2 of headroom. It's probably going to end up being a cutting with a short tunnel. So been putting this off for a while, but yeah, it's getting there. And I've not been streaming. I need to try and I'm going to try and stream at least an hour a day now, just while I've got a lot more work to do. As I don't really think I've got time to do the 3+ hours I have been doing, I'm afraid. I'd like to, but work has to come first, sadly. I'm sure people can appreciate this. of me goes, I should put this up on stilts. Have like a set of steps up to the station, but Whew. Right, let's get all the ground nice and level so it looks a bit less odd. Hopefully a nice snow covering will fix most of these blemishes. So that's the length of the tunnel. I'm going to try and dig out the embankments. Now, the other thing with the tunnel is having it 1 block wide is not too helpful, so I'm going to make this out the full 3 blocks wide, dig out all this dirt. Whew. So that's going to be as that. So we'll hopefully get a nice view of the village as we go out the tunnel. And the other side, on the way back. I'll probably keep it in a cutting and not have it step down too far on this side, but now I could just leave it as a dirt-sided tunnel, but that looks messy. Doop-a-doo. And I've filled my inventory. That'll happen. Right, so now, one thing I probably should have checked, because I will be like that, is, for a start, shulker box. Quite a bit of dirt. I'm going to leave this open like this for now, as I have plans that I will elaborate on shortly. So, I guess the first thing to do now is I've got the plank all the way end to end. Now is the timing posts, because I prefer to have a regular amount of booster rails, so I always know that it will, in theory at least, travel a certain distance. Obviously have extra bits for hills, as moving an entire hill seems a little overkill. What was I here for? Fence posts, that's what I was here for. Now I'm going to use dark oak, because I think that will look the best. Take this birch planks with me, so the birch planks, sticks, 21 posts. That probably won't be enough, but it'll be enough to start with at least. Could always get some more. And it differentiates it nicely from the 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. Where's from? Words. The village fence posts, that's the one. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. Ow. Rude. That's a lot of skeletons. Well, if I need some stone, I've got this quarry here. I have a single torch left, so I'm going to have to run and get some more torches. Yay, productivity. And the sun's going down. So I remember to get some nice blocks before I leave. Let's get some of those. A couple stacks of those. That's a good start. Eat the chicken, eat the chicken. So I'm going to put a torch on every second one of these. So we get at least some of the snow to stick. 3. As after all, there's no point living in a tundra village if you're just going to try and get rid of all the snow. That's a decent view from up here. This should be quite pleasant. Might as well fill in that good bit. Now, there. Then this block here will be 1, 2, 3. There we go. That'll have a torch. I need to get a block to go on there, really. So 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. Now in the roof, I'm probably going to put some glowstone, because I think that'll look a bit fancier. One, two, three. This must be riveting. Sorry I'm not talking much, I'm still a little slow, but I wanted to get something done today. Right, so next up, use just regular stone as the infill. Doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doo. Okay. There we go. So now the ceiling needs doing. I'm thinking might put the ceiling out of diorite just to have some variety. So I mean I'm going to need to knock out this beam, but that's not much effort. I'm attempting... Oh my god. I'm just being a little slow. So I'm going to need 1, 2, 3 blocks of glowstone. Seemed like more, never mind. So 3 blocks of 3 blocks of glowstone and some nice corner details. Getting turned around. Let's go to this. Oh, we have a merchant. The merchant selling nothing I particularly want. That's a shame. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And need to get a stack or so of diorite. I have some in the mine if I don't have any in the house. Because, you know, a bit of variety shouldn't hurt. I have 17. Alright, let's go into the mine. Whee! And then I need 1, 2, 3. Now I could use redstone lamps and have them set just to be on. That might actually look a bit more pleasant. Redstone. It's 3 of it, so I need 12. So I need 12 of that. Then I need words. So I need diorite, And then I'm going to need half slabs of diorite. And I'm going to need... why can't I do this maths? Why am I being so slow? 3, 6, 18. Alright. There we go. Hopefully all will become clear. Excuse me. Yeah, anyone who's on my Discord probably knows I've had quite a bit of work I've been doing while I felt ill. I guess the balance of feeling ill, too ill to stream, but not so ill that I don't want to do anything to keep me occupied. So I'm going to need those. And there's they are hopefully going to provide a decent amount of light. Now I'm thinking, might be better to do it like that. Again, it gives more depth to the build. Problem is that is very near the surface. So I'm going to need... It's 4 bays long and about 18. Excuse me. Ugh. Birds. Too much already. Excuse me. I need to get these powered. Alright, I'm just going to put torches up for now. There we go. You can indeed climb the vines. More dirt in the dirt box. Now let's climb up on the top. So I'm probably not going to go particularly often. Shoot. So there. 1, 2, 3. So get all this nice and buried in. Nice layer of snow should mask any remaining evidence that there was anything under there. So 1, 2, 3. Close enough. So we have a fully lit tunnel. So it's not amazing, but it's little touches that, A, give us something to do. Because that's the thing, I've found that very often I will rush things to the point where I'm not even really doing anything of anymore. I'm just building. So almost for the sake of building. Which isn't, you know, that productive. I'm just gonna try and... Oh, yeah, need to remember those. So, that block. And yes, those bikes do go past quite regularly. And I think they're different ones mostly as well. Yay. So. Yeah, this tunnel's not really that worth it, it's only very shallow, but... There we go, it gives it a bit more depth. Leave the other side where it is, though. I could put fire aspect on this sword, but it wouldn't really be very useful. So we had lit, 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 and then there. This shovel is too good, too often. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3 and a torch. 1, 2, 3. Can't worry about those just yet. If it's the exploding bush things, then yeah, I'll worry about those. Oh look, there's one now. When there's one, there'll be others. Oh, my back already. Wow. One, two, three, and again, you could just, you know, none of this is really required. I'm just making the, I guess, the set dressing very fancy. But 1, 2, 3. This is a skeleton. Right, I'm going to go into the tunnel and just check this isn't an urgent message. Okay, so tomorrow, Wednesday. I've got quite a bit of work to do. Let me check. So it's all around the time I do normally stream, so that's good. Yay. So I've got loads of dirt. I might as well just make this into an embankment. Let's see how far all that dirt goes. So start by filling in underneath, I guess. Lots of people indeed moving in and out. And viewings for the then vacated rooms. Yay. I know it's my job, but it's just... I am not... I am tired a lot of the time. And more work. It's not a bad thing, but it makes it slower. Right, so 1, 2, 3. And I'm nearly out of fence. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Just gonna put regular torch down. 2, 3. So that's the thing. I'm going to use the torches as markers for the powered rails. So I need to make sure I've got them at regular intervals. Otherwise it's going to look untidy. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So that's that one. 1, 2, 3. There. So I think, much as it's aesthetically pleasing, knock out this outcrop and probably carve into it a bit here as well. So 1, 2, 3. Well, waste not, one not. Oops. Let's say it's not particularly helped by the not having too much energy for the day job, and my making models job may be getting more busy in the short term as well. So it's 1, 2, 3. So I already complained about it. I just don't have the energy to be doing anything. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, I think. That rock does look a little odd. So 1, 2, 3. Right, let's fill in some of this lot. The heat's not so much the problem, really. It's just the me being broken. Like, I managed about an hour of work earlier, and then I was just exhausted and spent quite a while just sitting down, doing very low energy work. But can't complain too much. It keeps me busy. I'm ticking jobs off the list. Having a nice time. Why are they on my hotbar? There we go. Now I could have a go. I guess, again, more of an aesthetic thing. I was going to make like a nice big stone bridge, or like maybe a trestle bridge, but I could make a little covered bridge. I don't know if that would appeal to anybody, as it is in this nice forested area, and I gather they are a thing in some parts of the United States, possibly Canada, I'm not too sure. I think it's more of a northern thing, you know, where there's like weather. Ugh, excuse me. So I'm going to do some with this lot. So I've got... I think I'm going to get that shulker box. Oh, and there's still a tree here that I had apparently missed somehow. So it's probably going to look a bit more boring, a lot less scenic than it used to, but it's almost entirely flat. Why not? 1, 2, 3. One, two, three, 4. Yeah, you can get good fluorescent lights. I know the Hydraulic Press channel did a review of some they got that are at such a frequency that they don't flicker. Apparently. They look pretty good. So such things do exist. Obviously, I'm on the bridges. I'm going to have it with all the torches, but just for now, while I'm still plotting out the route. That's 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. 3. 3. 3. Now, did I get this correct when I made this all those days and weeks ago? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So it does rely on me being able to count. I am a block short. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I think I know where my mistake is. I forgot to add 1. Whoops. So that can go there. Oh. So we have got the track all the way along now, so I just need to start knocking out these spare torches. So that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. So that's the beginning. We'll have so 1. So we've got 1. Is it 2 torches between or 1 torch between? Can I remember? Also, night time, going to pick up some more rails. Because that is pretty much 1 torch between. Oop. Ugh. Let's grab the rest of my rails just in case. And drop off some of that junk. Gonna need more cobblestone. I don't have any cooked cobblestone here, because I think I've been cooking some. Yeah, there's actually a bit more. So that's a 2 booster, so there's a gap. Booster rail. Gap. Booster rail. Booster rail. Booster rail. This might be too frequently, but should make it a bit smoother. Or they'll be too far apart. One of the two. So 1, 2. Alright, game. Cool. Thanks, Minecraft. Java was updating. Thanks, Java. You know, don't ask me or anything. Right, how far back is it gonna put me? Because I don't know when it auto saves. Right, single player. Let's see where it kicked me out. Come on. There we go. Oh, that wasn't actually so bad. So 1, 2, 1, 2. Alright, I've got a bit of spare. That's good. Let's put the regular rail in. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Not gonna run, just gonna walk. Now I might try and be a little fancy with this. Excuse me. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Now I could use a redstone block for each of these, or I can power the block underneath and see how that goes. Excuse me. Let's go stone button, why not? Now to power it underneath is fairly simple. There we go. It's a bit of a faff, but it looks smarter. It appears as if your rails are powered from nowhere at all. And once the grass regrows, you probably won't be able to tell us all. Excuse me. Ugh. Now, if you get problems with livestock and stuff on your tracks, it might be advisable to just fence in both sides. Ow. Just remember to leave a bit of clearance. As, yep. Yep. Otherwise, if you have to get out of your minecart, you might get stuck in a fence, which is not advisable, especially the main reason you normally get out is because there's a creeper on the lines. Or at least for me. So I'm going to put cobblestone, like I did with the tunnel, just to smarten it up. Obviously, and to fill in the big gap. So I don't imagine you'd want a big gap down the side of your bridge. Now this isn't much for bridge yet, it's just a plank. But now the rails are all in. Just gonna carefully scoot down underneath so it's this pillar. So that's there. And now if I've done this correctly, powered rail. There we go. So, next up. It's quite a long way down, isn't it? Ow. Hello, Karma. Thank you for joining us. What am I doing? So I am still being a little slow. I'm sure you're kind of used to that by now, but it's still not, you know, ideal. So... So, dig down 3. Two, 3. Ooh. Right, so I need another lever. These axe proof. It's just punching. No, they're just durable, alright. You know, it does help. I'll turn it on first. So, getting there rather rapidly, as hopefully this minecart system will. Yeah. Oh, I'm just button mashing right now. That's not reassuring. I'm still a little slow from the weekend, but otherwise the usual. So, 1, 2, 3. Sounds fun. Words. What's that? Oh, I made all of them into levers. Oops. Okay, so let's go get the minecart, which I think I left at my house. I think. Yep, minecart in the house. Stop sitting on the fireplace. They'll get bored eventually, I hope. So, don't need any of those blocks, don't need any of those blocks. Shouldn't need that much oak. In fact, I need dark oak in large quantities. However, it is nearly evening, so I think I will go to bed and start again in the morning. If anyone that has the interest in it, I have I got some post today, which the Royal Mail had only bent mostly. Fortunately, enough of it was alright, especially the kind of important bits. But yes, I've had some more rail arrive, including another point, so I have changed the shape of my little goods yard on my railway again. And I have a specific locomotive siding and a head shunt for storing, well, at the moment it's got the Mark 1 brake coach, or guards coach, depending on how you want to call it. The former head shunt for that one currently has my... oh no, it doesn't have it on there because they're all on my window still drying out. I've made a number of large ballast wagons recently. That's been quite fun. I've been into it for a while, and then I struck lucky and found a rather nice picture of a one of them. Well done me. I think I actually streamed some of that bit. Yeah, as I say, I'm being recommended to talk to the Royal Mail, but they will go, how so? And I will go, because I didn't get any pictures of it other than after I'd taken out the packaging, so they'll be like, your packaging wasn't good. And I'll be like, packaging was quite good, you know, it's kind of the thing you don't really need to wrap that delicately, because it's metal. And then they bent it. Good times. Come on, drop saplings so I can plant trees. I'm going to cut down this tree as well. This will give me some extra saplings. They can give me some more time to get things done. Now apparently a single chest, that is a, I believe, a 3x9 chest, not a 6x9, should give you 30 levels of XP if cooked. And if it is filled, this is the important bit, it is filled with cactus. Cactus is a very productive, oh hello, source of XP. I don't think those are touching, so they should all collapse into useful chunks. Come on, trees. I think fortune's meant to give you a higher chance of saplings. So I guess we'll take this on a inaugural test run shortly, and I'll try and get it finished up on the way home. So I have some blocks. Don't know if it'll be enough, but we will find out, I suppose. Check in the house quickly. I will take another couple of stacks of me just to be on the safe side. So, minecart. This looks a little different than before. A nice graceful tunnel as opposed to a lumpy over-the-top run. Right, let's make sure that it works in the other direction. I've made poor decisions. I've powered the starting rails. I wasn't meant to do that. When did I make the iron farm? Because these rails have been in place since I made the iron farm. And some of them are still original. There we go. So yeah, not super quick, but once it's all thrown in nicely, it should be fine. I'm going to hop out before I get to the end. So it is... Yep. Don't power your starting rail from a permanent switch. Yeet. So I need a crafting table. Boing. So I'm just hiding under the snow there. Turn all those into sticks. 48 isn't going to be enough. So let's go that way. That's probably more than enough actually, never mind. Well done me. Doop-a-doo. So fill in the gaps, make it nice and consistent. Take out the extra torches. And so trying to keep the torches low so I don't get too much snow melt. You can also do this with lanterns, end rods, anything you fancy. I mean, if you've got an iron farm there, or if you've got a lot of emeralds, lanterns look quite nice. Especially for things like tunnels. But obviously, do as you will. I just build how I like to build. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Got a few extra bits on there. Now, as I say, I'm going to make this bridge lit up. So I might use lanterns on here later on, but for now, there we go. Nice little fence. As I say, you could also, if you wanted, to stop stuff getting onto the tracks. Probably advisable, to be honest. Better if you're going a shorter distance. Obviously, a long distance, you can use just so many resources, but a continuous fence may be your friend. 2, 3. Doop-a-doo. So this is by no means a this is how you have to do it. This is just how I'm doing it. It works. Can't really complain at that. See, I've lit up all the way from end to end. Now we've got embankments on this bit. Less of an embankment on this side, but let's remedy that. Now you may be going, but all this fresh ground has nothing growing on it. It's going to look awful. Well, if you happen to have stumbled across a load of skeletons, you can get all their bones together and make some, what's the word? Bone meal. And then you can put bone meal down on grass and it will grow into flowers, grass, ferns, depending on what biome you're in, which can be rather pleasant. Now it's night time, so I'm going to go back inside, because I like being alive. The foxes are screaming in the distance. Yep. Now we're awake. Let's grab some dirt from here. Way too much, but I got 39 so far, plus that next golem's worth. Now, one thing you can do is, because the tracks are not powered so close together, you can't use it for unpowered carts, but it should stop just before it reaches the next one. Because these are 4, 8, 12, 17, 15 between them. A car, I think, can go about 10 comfortably before it needs a shove. So this bridge is how many long? 2, 4, 6, 7 blocks along. This middle bit can probably be discounted, so it's a 3 and a 3 and a middle. So if I just have a... how best to do this? Let's get a view from underneath. So if I make this into a solid pillar of dirt, big clumsy pillar of dirt, but it should be fine. Now turn a stack of that into blocks. Shulker boxes are very useful once you've got access to the end. That looks kind of bad. I think I'm going to have to bring this into the landscape a bit better. Now I could build arches, or I could build pillars. I think arches might look a bit better. Keep falling in. we go. Right. This bit here is mostly made of dirt, so I'm just going to try and backfill it a little. This whole area is it's a cave that's too near the surface, so it's just kind of there. Looks like several caves as well, actually. I think just regular pillars are going to have to do the job for this. As if I try and do any fancy arches, I have to contend with the landscape being a little broken. Yep. This place is such a mess. So I could probably do away with that entire front end, but then this side of it. Ugh. Excuse me, not being too chatty today, I'm afraid. I should be more communicative, at least. Why is this landscape so terrible? There we go, and hit. Yep. Come on. There we go. Place it on the side of the block. There we go. Looks a little bit more like it's being supported from underneath. This landscape is very distressing now I'm looking at it more. It's just... it's not even slightly anything. Ow. Yep. Right. That one. And now the mirrors. Still needs something. I'm thinking archways underneath, not archways, upside down stairs in the corners. Gonna need more dirt. Gonna backfill this, just try and make it look like it's meant to be, you know, as if the bridge has been carved out of the ground, rather than the ground has been carved out around the bridge. Overhang still annoys me, but there's a solution to this. That looks a little more together. Hello, Disrupt. Still looks a little weird. Put another layer of dirt down. Very exciting, I'm afraid. I'm just trying to... There's a cave system that has fallen into this, like, valley, and it's not really attached to anything at all, exactly, so... Dip-a-doo. So... Oops. That's a few at once. Words. Right. Ah! Could have been worse. Ugh. Ow. Nice. So, go up there. It's got some steps. Got more creepers, 'cause it's night time. This place is really dark. Oh, it was this bit. So I guess I should try and make a set of stairs up this cliff. That seems like a productive use of my time right now. So, on. Yeah, so I can jump up and out again if I fall in. My minecart is there. Still a bit of a mess, but it's a more manageable mess. Now there's how many arches of this bridge? There's 7 bays, so 7 bays is 28. I can do maths occasionally. There's a dog barking outside. Oh joy. Really? Really? Oh, that's a lot of messages. Why are they all inside? These are really regular now. Not that I'm complaining too much, but they're inside. Okay. Alright. That was odd. So let's update the map. Not much to update on the map, really, is there? Right, sleep, then 28 steps. No, it's not 28 steps, 24 steps at most, because I've got that centre column. Oh dear. Another golem going to melt. Come on. So if I carefully and gracefully fall in here. Yep. That's 2. So, jump. Why is it? There we go. And 1 and 2. There we go. So aside from that middle one, which I've filled with dirt, I could take all that dirt out again realistically. I think I'm going to... So I can scale up the side, should the mood take me. There we go. When that's all got grass on it, it should look at least alright. There we go. Not a bad view. Yeah, guess I'll ride the minecart home, and I'm going to play in the stream there, to be honest, as I am being all incoherent and tired, and that's not very good to watch. Huzzah! Let's go for the nice tunnel. That's probably going to be the best bit of what I've made with this. Nice ceiling lights. Nice view of the village. Then down the hill to stop. Well, hope everyone has enjoyed watching this. If you have not, then please tell me why not, and I will attempt to do better in future. Have a nice day.